It's one of these days that I feel tired, as in I didn't sleep enough. But I know that I slept enough, but I feel like I didn't sleep enough. Which is weird. It creates this weird like feeling, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a question of like why is this happening? Which is probably what the reason is, just because I didn't sleep properly enough. Or whatever, but you know, this is in the past now. Listen, we're here now, we're gonna have to do this. It's obviously a leg day. We're gonna start with the usual leg press. That feels heavy already, just by looking at it. I obviously did a warm-up sets up to this weight, and when I did this weight for a couple of reps, 2-3 reps, just to make sure that everything's all right, it felt heavy, but everything feels all right, so we're gonna have to do it. That's kind of like the mentality that you have to have. Do you feel all right? Yes, do it. There's no like in between of like, oh, but this. Do you feel okay? The answer is yes, do it. Because you are going to be tired. This is just part of the game sometimes, right? So we've got the usual 300 kilo plus whatever this is. We're gonna rep that one out until we can't really. It's pretty much my plan. Very sensible, I would say. Now let me put some music on. What music should we put? Decadence. It's as good song as any to have me up. Okay, so we're gonna do hamstrings. I'm not really taking my time between sets, just because there is no time. So I want to move as fast as possible, but at the same time I want to recover so I can, you know, give it my all here and not have my nervous system or my aerobic system limiting the set, if this makes sense. So I don't want to like run out of breath before my muscles reach failure. I want this to happen the other way around, so my muscles need to reach failure before I run out of breath. And especially with legs, man, sometimes you need to take breaks, longer breaks, especially if you're big, because there's just so much muscle, and if it's efficient enough, you can move so much weight, which is exactly what I did on a leg press for 2 sets. So it's like you kind of need the time to be able to go all out again on a different exercise. Although this is a different muscle group, yeah, it's just different muscles, right? So now we're gonna do hamstrings. Before it was a leg press, so it's like more of a quad focused machine anyway. Not that hamstrings do nothing, but at the same time they don't do much. Do you know what I mean? Here is obviously the other way around. Hamstrings do pretty much everything. There's no hard involvement as far as I'm aware anyway. Nobody matters anyway. So, but even so, because you build up systemic fatigue, you can't go all out straight away, even though you're alternating muscles. So, you know, I think I've rested long enough. I put a little bit more weight than usual, so I think now we have 100. Usually we do 95. That 5 kilo makes a huge difference, man. A huge difference. Because I still want to do more or less the same amount of reps. I don't really want to do 6 reps. What's the point, right? But that 5 kilo makes a difference. So let's do the set. That was a good set. Do you know what's the problem with filming only one set instead of filming both or all three? Is that sometimes the second set looks just as good but from a better angle. So technically you should be uploading this versus the first set, but I can't be bothered filming every single set, you know, makes my life more difficult. So what's the bloody point? But the thing that I'm trying to say is that the second set over there on the leg curls was actually pretty good. It was just as good as the first one in terms of reps, but because it is the second set, you typically tend to spend more energy to get the same result because you've already done the first set. Do you know what I mean? You've already accumulated fatigue. There is already stress on the muscle. So, you know, in my eyes, the second set is a bit more impressive if you're doing the exact same amount of reps, or at least you get very close to it, and maybe you do a couple of partials. It's good enough. Anyway, typical shenanigans here. We have 425s on the top, which is 100, and then we have a 20 at the bottom. 120. Again, if this is worth anything, obviously we add that up. It should be worth 5-10 kilo. I mean, it's made out of stuff, you know, so obviously. Let's do the set. Whoosh. That's it. Woo. Okay. Second set done. So workout is done. Safety first. Actually, I'm gonna leave that there. So yeah, the workout is done. I'm just gonna have to re-rack all those plates, and then we can go home, eat something, and then get to work. That's pretty much life. I'm not complaining about it. I actually really like it, because I've said this before, but I like forced outcomes. Do you know what I mean? So if I know that tomorrow I have to wake up and I have to do X, Y, and Z, which is going to be productive, it's going to make me stronger, it's going to make me more reliable and more resilient, and it's going to make me money, which you need to live. I'm sorry, it's just the way that it is. We can argue moral if you had to or not, but listen, you do have to, so, you know. But if I am going to wake up tomorrow knowing that I have to do X, Y, and Z, which is going to give me that result, guaranteed, I like that, because that's a forced outcome. Do you know what I mean? There is no variables, or at least you minimize them as much as possible. There's always a variable, it's life, right? I could go out, start driving, some idiot gets in a car crash with me, kills me. Possible. Now, it's pretty damn. The chances of this happening are not high. Do you know what I mean? But it's possible, it's just the way that it is. But the thing is, I don't like to have too many variables when I live life. So this is the problem with fun, in my opinion. It's like every time you're trying to have fun, there's so many variables. It's like, is it even worth it at the end? Unless your fun is, I don't know, something pretty boring, like staying inside and working on your laptop, you know? But I'm talking about like what most people would consider fun, like going to a club, going to a party, getting together with friends and going out and having a drink and some food. Like, that's fun, I would agree. But the thing is, there's too many variables, especially with clubs and stuff like that. I never understood that. But like going to a concert, oh my God. It's like there's so many bad things that could happen. It's not even your fault. I mean, it's your fault that you're there. But it's like, it's just random things happening at once that you can't control and you have no influence over. So it's like, that's not a forced outcome. There's too many things that could possibly go wrong. All right. But, you know, for the most part, coming in here is a guarantee that you're going to get stronger. Coming into the gym and working out hard is a guarantee that your body's going to be more resilient. There's a guarantee that you're going to be able to be more efficient in your day-to-day life. There is a guarantee that you're going to get hurt less. You know, there's a guarantee that you're going to look better than you would if you weren't going to come in here. There are nice guarantees, which is a forced outcome only if you stick to it, right? So I like when my day is quiet and it's just workout, work, home. Do you know what I mean? And to some people, this is not life for some reason, which is like, I don't quite understand why, but it's just a difference of opinion and a difference in the way that they view the world versus how I view the world. But the thing is, outcome matters. So if you are going to live like a jackass, then at the end of the day, you know, you're just a liability to other people. It's like, where your life choices are shit, you need to change that, don't you? Versus if you have forced outcomes and you care about certain stuff and you only really care about working out and work, you know, at the very least, you're not going to be a liability. You're probably going to be a great asset to people. So, you know, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to wrap it up. Tomorrow is rest day, and I'm going to see the day after with back push day. No, sorry, pull day rather. Yeah, we're going to do a pull day, then a push day, then rest, then legs. Sounds like a plan. And the sun is right on my face, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to see you next time. Till then, peace, and I'm out.